Good evening, everyone. This is the fourth, taking a look at Cleveland. They're at home in this one. But even if they win, it's unlikely they'll advance to the next round.
Unfortunately for them, their odds are slim, and slim pretty much went out the window a long time ago. It's hard making the knockout stage of this cup.
And then for the Wizards, thus far 1-2 in the NBA Cup. And tonight is the last group stage game.
Time probably is run out on their cup run. You normally have to win 3 games to advance, and obviously that ship has sailed for this group.
And now Washington starting group. Poole and Kispert are the guard set. Daniel Gafford is out there with Denny Avdia. And it's Bey in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Garland. This game we saw him score 13. Poole against Garland. And Poole gets it to go.
Just another spot Poole can hurt you from, adjusting easily in that mid-range.
Mitchell kicks to Garland. The wide open shot from Strus. Drills it from outside.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to Bey. Shot from the wing. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Richard, Cleveland this summer able to sign Donovan Mitchell to a 4-year contract extension.
And that's a relief for Cavs fans. Mitchell is the biggest star they've had in Ohio since LeBron. Keeping him in the fold is crucial for the dynamic of their team.
First free throw is good. GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty draft record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent.
And Allen drops them both.
A pure 5. Jared Allen isn't trying to shoot a bunch of threes. He bangs down low, he rebounds, protects the paint. He is a rare breed.
Avdia kicks to Bey. Shoots over Strus. He sinks the 11-footer. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Mobley. Now Garland. Back to Mobley. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Garland.
This is Mobley's zone. He's got all the size he needs to dominate this paint.
Avdia finds Kispert. And here's Bey. Outside, Avdia. Just 5 on the clock. The 3 from Poole. Mitchell comes up with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
That's tipped. Poole with the steal. Fires from deep. Jared Allen grabs the miss. The Cavaliers leading by 6. Cleveland moving it around. Here's Mobley. Lays it up off the glass. Mobley's got his second bucket.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Caris LeVert's checked in for Max Strus. And a switcher also for Washington. Koulibaly, he's checked in for Avdia. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Kispert. And here is Poole. His last outing, 16 points for him. Lock at 6. Lets the 3 fly. And another miss by Washington. The Cavaliers on offense. They're on a 12-4 run right now. They get it again. Mobley plays it up and banks it in. Mobley's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Good thing Mobley was right there, ready to get involved and save the play.
Back to Poole. What a terrific move that was.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Darius Garland, the son of former NBA player Winston Garland, said that he was a sponge growing up listening to his dad. He hung on every word about playing point guard. Darius says, I learned the little things much quicker. He taught me at a young age to change gears to keep defenders off balance. Kevin?
He's doing it. I love the tricks of the trade you just talked about. Thank you so much. And Cleveland making a change here. Niang's checked in. That's good from Poole. And both teams, despite losing games in the Cup, still have a chance. But a win here in Game 4 is critical.
Yeah, you want to get into that knockout stage. You have to absorb some blows and land some even better ones. It's not for the faint of heart.
Now here's Bay. Darius Garland missing his last shot. Bay, no good.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now. A little bit in his head.
That's good for Mitchell on the assist by Garland. Garland's got 3 assists in the game. So for the Wizards, their last game, a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee. Back to Poole. Pass to Coulibaly. Here's Gafford. Bay finds Poole. It's over Garland. Second chance shot. And stolen by Mobley. And so Garland will bring it up for the Cavaliers. They're leading by 8. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
Yeah, it looked like they were settling out there, not moving the ball enough to generate the type of shots that they wanted.
And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
And I'll tell you, this is something you never like to see.
Yeah, you just hope it's nothing serious and that he's able to get back on the court as soon as possible.
So for the Wizards, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Avdia comes in for Saddiq Bey. And Jones subbed in for Jordan Poole. A different look now for Cleveland. Allen comes in for Evan Mobley. And it's Ty Jerome in for Donovan Mitchell. Wizards trail by 8. There's 1:17 left in the first quarter. Avdia dishes to Kispert. Jones sets the pick for Kispert. Back to Avdia. Lets it go with a three. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Here's Jerome. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
35 seconds left in the first. Kispert, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. For Washington, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. That's good from Kispert. Okoro, he's checked in for Cleveland. Kispert hits both of them.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Allen with the screen for LeVert. Off target with his three.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
To the inside. Kispert, the pass to Avdia. Launches it. That shot, no good. With 1 on the clock, and no good. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Cavaliers lead by 5. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Cavaliers.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
Now the Hall of Famer David Aldridge will join us. He has an update for us on Daniel Gafford. What's the news, David?
Hey guys, got an update from the Wizards head athletic trainer. Now he told me that it's a knee sprain and it's definitely painful, but it's fortunate it wasn't worse. Right in the heart of the schedule, this is a major blow. Coaches are going to find out a lot about their team. Guys?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And you never want to speculate. So it's nice for us, and especially his teammates, to get some facts.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. We've got Tyus Jones. Avdia is out there with Nicholas Claxton. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Coulibaly in at the 2-guard spot. Offline from the top of the key. And one thing we see from Isaac Okoro almost every night, Richard, his defense is spot on.
Yeah, he's shutting down some of the top guys. This team feels like he's one of the best on-ball defenders in the league. And as a bonus, his offensive game is starting to come around.
So it's the Wizards now. The Cavaliers making the shot. Jones, no luck. Here's Jerome. Defended by Jones. And it's Allen slamming it down.
Making full use of that reach. Allen able to pluck the ball out of the air for that easy lob.
And we've got a timeout call by Brian Keefe. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. some changes. Wade, he's checked in for George Nia. Max Strus comes in for Okoro. And it's Garland in for Karis LeVert. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Ware's checked in. And the Wizards with possession. They trail by 7. Here's Coulibaly. And another miss by Washington.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
Pass to Wade. Now, here's Strus. Shot clock at 5. The wide open look here for Garland. Nailed from three-point land. Garland's got 6.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
They grab their own miss.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
From deep. Rebounded by the Wizards. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Some of it was solid shooting from their opponent, but they didn't have any teeth with their defense. Need to be more active than they were.
And that one misses. Something that helps up the ante for these NBA Cup games is that all of the tournament games are nationally televised. That's some added value and motivation for these squads.
Yeah, no one wants to perform poorly in front of a national audience. This is a chance early in the season to show everyone what you're about as a team and why you must be taken seriously.
Now, here's Strus. He's coming off a 10-point game against Boston. The tray sinks the three-pointer. Jerome's got the lead up to 12 now for Cleveland.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Pass to Poole for 3, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Poole's got 11.
You gotta guard that perimeter, especially when Poole is lurking through the corner areas.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Checked in for the Cavaliers. Mitchell comes in for Jerome. Then for the Wizards, Bay comes in for Coulibaly. And Corey Kispert subbed in for Jones. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Morris with a screen on Poole. It's hauled in by Claxton.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And the improvement, RJ, from Garland's dribble drive game has been immense.
Kevin, his confidence when he is ready to attack is next level. He's got great footwork, got a great handle. Very few defenders can stay in front of him in a one-on-one situation.
Garland, he scores with that shot. Now he's 3 of 8.
Oh, going inside and fighting for the bucket. That's what you want. You want a person that's going to fight for those inches.
Back to Poole. Fires the 3. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
That's his second triple of the quarter and third of the game. Keep building.
Pass to Strus. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Kuzma passes to Poole. Here's Claxton, covered by Morris.
2 minutes.
The 3 from Poole. Rebound, Donovan Mitchell.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Garland looking it over. Misses the 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
The 10-footer. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Beautiful touch close in. Kuzma excels at taking advantage down low.
Back to Garland. And Saddiq Bey picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second, and I think they'll keep him in, but he's got to be careful. A third, and he'll sit for the rest of the half.
George Niang, he's checked in for Morris. And a change for the Wizards. Avdia's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. 1:25 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Garland. Makes it off the glass. Garland's got 10 points.
When you give Garland these looks, oh, he's going to find ways to capitalize, but I love his aggressiveness.
Back to Poole. Over Garland. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Cleveland leading by 8. Back to Strus. To the paint. He's looking for Mitchell and finds him. Can't cash in from close range. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Kispert, the pass to Bey. Nice ball movement by Washington. 5 to shoot. And here's Poole for 3. Cavaliers with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Wizards beat them last time when these 2 teams met in Washington.
And in terms of intensity, they kind of took the night off. It looked like they were just going through the motions.
Yeah, you hate to be critical, but that's part of our job. You have to call it the way we see it. That night, they were flat.
Poole with no one around. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we'll be right back after this.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. Oh, better luck next time.
Two quarters of play completed as we welcome you to take a look at some of the upcoming games on the schedule. Over at Spectrum Center, the Hornets will face off against the 76ers. Start time 7 o'clock Eastern.
Close matchup. Should be a good battle.
So let's dig into that first half now, and what was a very solid performance for the Cavaliers.
Hey, these guys are a bunch of artists, man. You know why? They live for the paint.
Oh, that joke was weak, but their play style is Diesel approved.
I wouldn't say the joke was weak, it just needed a capper. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Mitchell and Strus are your wingmen. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. And it's Garland in at the one. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Poole, no good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get out and run.
Yeah, they're young and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor. They'll push the tempo as much as you allow.
Avdia with a screen for Kispert. And the 3 off target. The Cavaliers leading by 10. Shot's good by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 8 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
A drive by Poole. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
I love seeing Poole carve his way inside. He's not just a shooter. He has the speed to put defenses in a bad spot.
Now, here's Garland. 10 points for him. Mobley trying to free himself up. Off target at the rim. Wizards trail by 10. Here's Poole. Pass to Claxton. Bay with it. A 3-pointer is right on target. Bay's got his 2nd basket of the game.
And I love how assertive Bay is offensively. Solid at catching the defender there off guard.
And here's Strus for 3. Rebound, Washington. Left side, Avdia. Pass to Kispert. And he makes good on the layup. Now just a 5-point Cavalier lead.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. Avdia with the rebound. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Wizards. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. And that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. Poole kicks to Kispert. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Again, the Wizards good for 2.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
Now, here's Garland. He's got 10. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
Here's Avdia. It's over Garland. Again, the Wizards good for 2.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
The thing they have to watch for is mental fatigue. They have to stay focused and finish the job.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust.
Keep it going. You're on the big screen. Somebody doesn't have rhythm.
You look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
Now, here's Mobley. He has 6. Strus, thanks for 2. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Garland against Poole. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Cavaliers leading. For 3, Mitchell. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
Pass to Bay. Back to Poole. Now here's Bay. He has 5. Cavaliers with the rebound. Mobley's got 4 rebounds in this game. Strus's shot is good. Now it's a 6-point Cleveland lead.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
And now, please welcome to the court, the Powerhouse Dance Team.
LeVert's checked in for Max Strus. Then for the Wizards, Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Avdia. Coulibaly comes in for Saddiq Bey. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Jordan Poole. Cleveland on defense. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Back to Kuzma. Pass to Coulibaly. Shot clock at 5. Here's Jones. Drains the 19-footer.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Things are firing on all cylinders for them right now. We'll see if they can keep it going.
Garland, no good. And the Wizards with possession. They're on a 13-5 run here. 1:37 left in the third. Paxton, a screen on Garland. Here's Jones. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Allen's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Kicks it out to Garland. Mitchell outside. Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. Offline with his 3. Wizards trail by 4. Pass to Kispert. Now Claxton. Now Kispert. And they call an illegal screen here. Already a lot of talk about who's going to take part in the three-point contest this season, and here's a look at the players most likely to make it.
And so many great shooters in the NBA these days, and these guys, quite frankly, the best of the best. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scoring record broken in this year's competition.
You take a look at Garland. He's got a place in the three-point contest within his reach. I hope he makes it because I know how much this would mean to him to be a part of the event.
I mean, that's a good call, Kevin. He's the type of player that can really deliver on a stage like that. He'll be very dangerous if he ultimately gets in.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more and as we get closer to the three-point contest once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We've got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now.
And so LeVert will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's a one-point game. Trying to end the drought. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Cleveland ahead, leading by just one. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. Koulibaly is out there with Jones. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. And it's Ware in at the 4. A floater. And it's good on the way in. Koulibaly's got the lead up to 1 now for the Wizards.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
Jerome passes to Strus. Wade kicks to Garland. Wade sets the pick for Garland. Looking to end his cold spell. It's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. And Cleveland making a change here. LeVert's checked in. Landry Shamet's checked in for Washington. Here's Garland. 4 on the shot clock. Fires away from way outside. Another miss by Garland.
And he got a couple to fall from long distance in the first half, but still looking for that number 3.
Back to Jones. Wizards need to get a shot off here. Ware, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Garland finds Strus. Niang with the ball. Pass to Strus. Cranes it from beyond the arc. And the Cavaliers lead by 2.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Screen by Claxton. And it's Shamet missing. For Cleveland, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Got a hand on it. Pass to LeVert. Off target from three-point range.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
And that one, good.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Garland, the pass to Strus. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. 6 to shoot. LeVert with it. Jones covering, and it's LeVert missing.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Here's Ware. Back to Jones. Fade away. The rebound by Niang. Frank, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Here's Coulibaly. Jones from outside. Again, the miss by Jones. And so LeVert will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points.
And I tell you what, if he's going to be a factor here down the stretch, he is going to have to make some shots. Just 1 of 5 here in the quarter.
Now here's Jones. Pass to Coulibaly. Now Claxton. He's covered by Niang. Garland against Jones. Again, the miss by Jones.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Here's Jerome. And here's Strus for 3. It's rebounded by Coulibaly. Pass to Jones. Back to Coulibaly. LeVert grabs the miss. Cleveland leading by 3. Takes a step back. There's Garland. Count it, and the foul. It's going to go on Tyus Jones.
Those are huge points from Darius Garland. This guy has become the go-to man for them in these moments. And look, you know what? Teammates need him to be big in these big moments.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Allen's checked in for George Niang. Mobley comes in for Karis LeVert. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Ty Jerome. Free throw good, Garland.
And you know what's so funny is that after his rookie season, there was speculation about Garland's ability. But he has shown continued growth and has worked his way into an all-star.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Brian Keefe talked to his team during the break. He told us, guys, I need you all to come together right now on both ends. This game is not over, and you need to go out there and take control now. We'll see how it looks coming out of the timeout. Guys?
Thank you, David. Poole against Garland. The Wizards with another miss. The Cavaliers leading by 6. Inside. Up there for Allen. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Throw it up there and let the throw go get it. Allen, this man is a height machine.
Washington's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. To end the run, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Now, here's Mobley. Second chance effort. Allen shot is off. Wizards trail by 6. To the middle. Here's Avdija. And finished off by Avdija.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now, here's Garland. Here's Mobley. Pass to Allen. Good defense by Claxton. And it's Bay with the ball for Washington. Kispert finds Avdia. Here's Poole. It's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Now, here's Garland. Here's Mobley. Avdia with the rebound.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Pretty much, they have to be perfect the rest of the way. That puts tremendous pressure on your offense.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
And they go to the intentional foul.
At the line for your Cavaliers, Darius Garland, 2 shots.
We got this. Come on, I got a shooter, man. Big now. Gotta get it. Big rebound. Let's get it.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ballgame.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
Washington calls timeout. 11 seconds left in the fourth. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
Trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste. They basically have to execute things perfectly from here on out.
It's time for T-shirts.
.11 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
And that's when they say you can't teach tall. This is where size helps you, owning those rebounds on the defensive end.
Line for your Cavaliers with 2 shots, Evan Mobley.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. And he is unable to get the second one. Pass to Kispert. And so it's Cleveland winning this one. Boy, were they resilient. Ending the group round at 2 wins, 2 losses.
And we'll see if it's enough to advance, though the NBA Cup shows no mercy.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching tonight's presentation on 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Darius Garland.